time to time, we all need a professional. And here at Good Things Utah, we trust the pros, especially when they're Utah's uneven room temperature specialists.
And one of those pros for Utah is joining us now, Trevor Jones. He's the owner of Duct Brothers. And we're here in this sponsored interview talking about exactly what it means to be a room temperature specialist.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that kind of unites all Utahns, and it's that we've got huge differences in temperature between our top floor and our basement. In a lot of cases, 10 or 12 degrees, which you guys both kind of had experiences with that. And like I said, most people do. And people don't really realize what the cause of that is. And so that's kind of like our goal always, is to help educate people on what would be causing that. And usually it's leaks in the ductwork. It's holes and cracks in the ductwork.
And I know this very well, very personally. I blamed it on the windows with the leakage, but duct leakage really happened in my pipes and all the things. Explain how that can happen.
Right. So the big problem is when you're losing air out of the ductwork, you shouldn't be happening, right? When they size your HVAC system, it's sized for the square footage of your home. And if you're losing 30% of that air, well, the math just doesn't add up. You're not going to get enough to the top. And usually it's the top that suffers the most because you're already fighting gravity going up.
I was losing 50%, 52%
Yeah,
to be
half.
exact.
That's a lot. You don't want to do that.
No.
You don't want to do that. I always blamed it. I was telling you when you came to my house to take a peek on how the house faced. I'm like, well, it's in the north side, so that north room must just be really cold, and the south is not true. How do you go in and fix those leaks, even with the ducts hidden in the walls and the floors?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's what people always are curious. Like, oh, we don't want to rip into the walls. We don't want to do any demolition. We don't have to. We come in and we use a machine that blows sealant through the inside of the ductwork, and it plugs up all the holes. Basically, when we come in, we're going to put foam blocks in all of the air vents to make sure that none of that sealant comes up into the living space, and that also allows us to pressurize the ductwork. So you can see here that we'll kind of put those foam plugs in, we'll hook up our smart fan to your furnace, pressurize it, we'll test it to get that initial reading to see how much you're losing, and then we go ahead and inject that aerosolized glue through the inside. And as it forces its way through those leaks in the ductwork, it's going to create little rubber plugs through the inside. And it's a completely non-toxic, safe sealant to use inside the home.
So when you're looking at a home, how do we know that this would be something that I would be impacted, or I need this in my home to just check out?
That's a really good question. So if you notice the symptoms, if you've got more than a 5-degree temperature difference between certain rooms or certain floors in the home, that's your first sign. At that point, it's worth setting up one of our free duct inspections. We bring a thermal camera out to the house and we turn the HVAC system on, and we'll check inside the walls and in the floor to show you, hey, you're losing a lot of air. It should not be this cold inside your wall, right?
Well, it's one thing to not be comfy in the rooms. It's another to save money.
Right.
Will this save you money?
It does, for sure. If you're no longer losing 30 to 40% of your air, you're going to not have to run your system nearly as long.
That is
Which
impressive.
I found to be true at my house.
Yeah.
We had a complete fix on different rooms. And I noticed the difference, like right when I walk in the door, especially it's been so hot.
Awesome.
It's cooler in my living room, and that's where we live.
Yeah, your favorite room is what you said.
It is my favorite room.
The living room.
So how can everyone out there get the same deal that I did?
Yeah, so we have a QR code on the screen that you can scan, and that will basically open up your phone. It will send us a text message that says, hey, I'd love a free inspection. We can come out there and use that thermal camera to check and make sure that it is a good fit for you. And this is the last year that the federal government has a 30% tax rebate. They just announced that's going away next year. So right now is the best time ever to take a look at this. The inspection's free and the service is 30% off.
Trevor, look at the deal that's on your screen right now. Free in-home thermal duct. So you can just find out where the leaks and where the weak spots are.
Correct.
12 months, 0 interest, $200 off of duct cleaning that are bundled with duct sealing, and then you have a 30% total cost return as a rebate.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Get your ducks in a row right
There
now.
we go.
Get this done. Our thanks to Trevor for this sponsored interview and to Duct Brothers for being a pro for Utah. Stick around. More of the show right